The book is A Legend in the Making, The New York Yankees in 1939. The writer is Richard J. Tofel. Welcome to Kurt Bergland's Baseball Book Reviews. It's 10 a.m. on a Monday, and that means it's time for another review. Every Monday morning, I do a book review of a baseball book. Could be fiction, could be nonfiction, could be recent, could be current, could be old. This one is somewhere in between. Publication date is 2002, and the publishing company is Ivan R.D. I picked up this book in used condition for $4 plus shipping. It shouldn't take you long to find this book available in a used bookstore or online at a used bookseller if you choose to. Having said that, a couple things about the book. Number one, the thesis of the book is that the New York Yankees in 1939 were the greatest team in baseball history. The writer, Richard J. Tofel, makes a very persuasive claim. In fact, it was so persuasive to me that I included the 1939 Yankees as part of the Pine Tar baseball set that I created called Great Teams of the 20th Century. I think this is Joe DiMaggio's best team for sure. Might be the best team in Yankee history, and for sure it's better than some, to me, to my way of thinking, thanks to this book, better than many of the more publicized Yankee teams that you read about. It's 250 pages. There is an index. There's also endnotes listing his sources for claims that he makes, and evidence that he cites. There is some statistical reference in here. This was stapled in, sort of a home road performance for the 39 Yankees. There is not a sabermetric analysis of the team, but there is a page of stats for the team, and there are a bunch of pictures sort of interspersed throughout the book. The writing is excellent. He covers the players, even the lesser-known players, the lesser-used players on the 39 Yankees. He also talks at some length at different points about Joe McCarthy, the manager of the team. The team had some hurdles, and he talks about those. He also talks about the times in which the team performed. And of course, 1939 was still very much the Great Depression economically, and that it's that backdrop that he sets the team against. However, he doesn't spend the whole book on it like so many writers do when they're putting a team in a particular context, and I appreciated that. But I thought the highlight of the book, to me, was either the ability of the guy to write. That could be it. But the other one is the research that he did with contemporary newspaper accounts of the team's performance. This is a very well-researched book, and it's not just filled with his opinions. In fact, his opinions really don't come out that strongly until the very end of the book. But you're sort of guided along where the evidence takes you. And a lot of the evidence is in newspaper accounts. And of course, we know that the city of New York and surrounding cities, of course, were covering the Yankees very, very detailed fashion. And there were a lot of newspapers doing it in 1939. So there's a lot of material that he had to go through. Now, having said all of this, I am not a Yankee fan, and I am not a Yankee expert. So I'm not recommending the book as from that perspective. I was kind of blown away by how impressed I was by the book, because I didn't expect to be. But the argument was so persuasive that this team is one of the very, very elite teams. If it's not number one, it's certainly in the top 10, and I would argue probably you got to think about this one, top 5 greatest teams of all time. That's how strong the impact was that the book made on me. So, it's a legend in the making, Richard J. Tofel. I think you'll enjoy it, and it's certainly available at an economical price. I recommend it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Kurt Bergland. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. So long, everybody.